What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So yesterday we did a video on the Toronto Raptors where we stopped Kawhi Leonard from ever leaving the Raptors, so I felt we had to do the same thing for the 76ers side of what they dealt with that offseason as well. Well, the 76ers, of course, did not win a championship, and then that star player left. They were in the second round, and they were a game away from getting to the conference finals, and of course, I'm talking about when Jimmy Butler left the 76ers, and we all know the famous quote. Tobias Harris over me. We all remember it. We're going to jump in and stop the 76ers from ever doing that. Let's do the 76ers rebuild back in 2018, 2019. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. So if you want to help us reach that goal, that would be absolutely amazing. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. So this is what the 76ers are currently looking like at the moment. So you have Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. You got McConnell, Boban, Muscala, and Greg Monroe as rotation right now. So obviously, kind of not a deep rotation very much at the moment. But we all remember that the 76ers acquired, I think, Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris maybe at the trade deadline last year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the timeline of it, but I do remember they acquired Jimmy Butler at some point and Tobias Harris in like the same timeline. That's all I remember. And regardless, they, of course, in the offseason when they had to re-sign both of them, they decided to re-sign Tobias Harris, and Jimmy Butler got signed and traded to the Miami Heat. And the 76ers acquired Josh Richardson. They also got Al Horford that offseason, and they really weren't the same ever since. So now we're going to make sure that Jimmy Butler never does leave, and we're going to see if Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, and Joel Embiid could ever get a ring. So let's go ahead and simulate year number one. Of course, this is the year they lost to Toronto in the second round, so I might make that happen still because I did in the Raptors video where I won them a championship, but I also might just let it play out and rewrite history. We'll see how I feel. LeBron James wins MVP. Trae Young is your Rookie of the Year. Lou Williams is your sixth man. Giannis is your DPOY. Siakam's most improved, and Brett Brown is your Coach of the Year as we went 60 and 22. So here's your All-NBA first team: LeBron, Russell Westbrook, Giannis, James Harden, AD. All-NBA second team, we get Joel Embiid, and All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. So we do get Joel Embiid as well. Here were your player stats. So you had 22 from Embiid, 20 from Jimmy Butler, and 18 and 8 and 7 from Ben Simmons. Tobias Harris was 16, 14 from JJ Redick. So are the Toronto Raptors here as well? They are. So let's simulate playing. Like I said, the Sixers ended up losing in round 2 this year as well. Remember the Kawhi double bounce on them, and the Raptors already got eliminated. So I guess we can try to rewrite history here and maybe win a championship, even though that's of course not what happened. But they occur round, and we lose to Orlando anyway. So just like they lost in round 1, what did Orlando have to eliminate us, by the way? This team eliminated us? That's actually wild. Now, I will say, we do need to work on our bench quite a bit, so I don't hate it. So Denver goes on to beat the Celtics in 6 games. They get themselves a championship earlier than they did in real life. Pau Gasol is going to, of course, retire. Got Mo Williams retiring, Dwayne Wade, Kyle Korver, and Pachulia all calling it a career. Let's go to the lottery. So this won't matter for us too much, I don't believe anyway. So we got the Knicks at number 1, and then as far as other draft picks are concerned, Jazz via OKC. I actually have no idea. These draft picks may not be reset. We have Sacramento's pick, or maybe they are. I don't remember. Regardless, though, I guess we have a late first round pick. So Brett Brown was our head coach. I wouldn't mind keeping him again. There's a lot of good candidates here, though. Like Mike D'Antoni's sitting here. Brett Brown is still here, but we did lose in round 2, so maybe we should move on and go Mike D'Antoni, see if he would choose us. That'd be kind of cool. He only has, how many offers do he have? He has 2 right now, so we may not get him. So maybe we go for Billy Donovan as well. Let's see if we get either one of them. No, neither one of them are going to accept our offer, unfortunately. There's Dave Yeager, who was a decent coach back then, had a couple of good, playoff second round shows or whatever. Owen Butler, I mean, I really don't see anybody else that's actually real we can sign. So I guess I'm just going to get Owen Butler, even though that wasn't, of course, a real head coach. On draft night, we have the 24th pick and the 29th pick in a few seconds. So we'll see what we can get in this draft. And by the way, I don't even know what draft class is loaded. I have to assume the right draft class is. It is. Okay, that's good. So let's go see what we got going on in the late stages here. So we have Bruno Fernando. We have Chris. I keep falling for the Chris Paul thing. Like I did this yesterday as well. Wait, Chris Paul's in this draft? Of course he's not, you idiot. So I'm going to go Grant Williams here out of Tennessee to start things off. And then my other first, Daniel Gafford or Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I'm going to go Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So now Nickeil Alexander-Walker, welcome to Philly. And then Zion Williamson actually went to the Knicks this time. That could be a fun video as well. Maybe I make Zion, the Zion, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving graphic reel that was posted everywhere back then. So Ben Simmons is going to be accepted, and then of course Butler and Tobias Harris will be free agents as well. So what I want to do, Ted McConnell. Why does Haywood Highsmith have a $24 million player or team option? I have no idea, but we'll absolutely decline that. But what I want to do is I want to, of course, resign Jimmy Butler and sign and trade Tobias Harris. Like, they seem to have not, they didn't seem to want to keep both of them. So while, yes, we could keep both of them, I think since they tried to obviously, just keep one of them, I'm going to try to do that same thing. So Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid, of course, has a bunch of offers, but we will be in on him. Greg Monroe, we're not too worried about. So let's start with that. So Jimmy Butler is going to be re-signed, and of course, Joel Embiid is going to be re-signed as well. And then Tobias Harris, on the other hand, is going to get re-signed and then signed and traded, basically. So that's the game plan. So we sign all these guys, and we'll sign and trade Tobias Harris instead of sign and trading Jimmy Butler. So I think I'm going to go ahead and settle on this trade. The Sacramento Kings will get Buddy Hield and Alec Burks, two guys that can play for us immediately. So that is what we're going to do. Tobias Harris is headed to Sacramento, and we get Buddy Hield and Alec Burks. This roster is actually really weird as well, by the way. I don't remember this being a problem yesterday, but some of these guys are making way too much money. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try to stay away from those. Like, for right now, I have no idea why, but Mikal Bridges is making $43 million. What is going on? I have no idea. This roster or this share scenario was maybe not the move today, but I don't notice a problem for us, thankfully. So I don't know why that's the way it is, but whatever. It's kind of bizarre, but it is what it is. I've already too far in this video to change it. So of course, Markelle Fultz was always an issue because he was never playing games, and they did trade him to Orlando, but I might try to keep him in this video. He was not healthy year one. He gets traded to Orlando this offseason, but I'm going to see if we can maybe change him into a bench player. I do understand why they traded him, obviously, in real life, but I'm going to see if I can make it work with him this time around. Now, the one thing we don't really have going for us is a power forward at the moment. So let's go see if there's like any type of power forward or if we have to make another trade, which I'd be fine with too. But we got rid of our power forward in Tobias Harris, bring in some shooting guard depth, but we could definitely make a trade for a power forward if needed. But we could see if there's anything that we could get, like Thad Young, or like how much can we offer anyway? We can offer $4 million. So Thad Young would be okay. Elledson, Yabusele, Marvin Williams, Ryan Anderson, PJ Tucker. So PJ Tucker would be interesting. I have no idea how much he will. I'm going to sign him. I doubt he'll be like our starter, but having him off the bench, I think is still fine. And he also might regress like crazy still. That's an yeah, he's down quite a bit. So we have Markelle Fultz down 7 overall, Butler's down 2, and JJ Redick's down 2. So I feel like we do still need to make a trade for a power forward late in the offseason. So we'll absolutely do that. Let's head to 2K Hoop Summit and let's trade for a power forward. So I was going to keep Markelle Fultz, but I think we probably have to trade him. We need a new power forward in the building, so we're going to be trading, I think, Markelle Fultz for Harrison Barnes and PJ Washington. We're also including Burks and JJ Redick. Redick, of course, is 35 already, so this isn't too big of a deal. Markelle Fultz, of course, like I said, he was traded in real life, so I guess we're trading him again, but this time now to Orlando. We trade him to Dallas for Barnes and PJ Washington, which is 2 forwards that will obviously fit into our rotation like a glove. So I love those two being brought in here. Probably will start Barnes at the 4 still and have Washington, maybe be the backup 3, or maybe even PJ Tucker's the backup 3. But this is looking good in my opinion. So now we can go into next season feeling pretty confident. So let's go look at the power rank. So 3.5. Pace and space, we can be, well, yeah, I guess pace and space maybe is going to be our best fit. So if you look at the rotation right now, you have Ben Simmons, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, Joel Embiid, Barnes, McConnell, Boban, and PJ Washington. But as I mentioned already, we'll probably have Barnes start at the 4, have Tucker back up the 3, or maybe PJ Washington will. But this team should be in a good spot to be a good team in the East once again. Stephen Curry wins MVP at the end of year 2. Zion is a rookie of the year in a New York Knicks jersey. I will definitely I definitely kind of want to do that Knicks scenario where that graphic comes true, but I will definitely not use this share scenario next time. This is just brutal, man. I don't know what is going on with these contracts. I think what it was, I looked at the salary cap and they had it off, and they also had hard cap all the way up. I don't know why, but I should have immediately took that as a red flag. But Joel Embiid is your All-NBA second team, and Ben Simmons makes All-NBA third team. So that's really good to see. Embiid, all defensive, and Ben Simmons isn't on here or anything, but still, we are a top seed in the East, which is what you want. So second seed in the Eastern Conference, you had 22 from Butler, 21 from Embiid, 19, 9, and 7 from Ben Simmons, 14 from Barnes, 13 from Buddy Hield, 10 from Boban, and 7 rebounds. So honestly, Boban being the backup 5 has not been too bad, I will say. But let's see if we can't come out here and maybe go deeper than just the second round. That was a little disappointing last year. So Milwaukee, of course, has Giannis. They got Bledsoe. They got Tony Snell, Tyreek Evans, Chris Middleton, Mirotic, Brogdon, and George Hill. Honestly, a solid team over there in Milwaukee. I won't deny that. So let's see if we have what it takes to take them down, though. We're up 1-0, 121 to 110. 26-6-8 from Butler, 25-9-8 from Ben Simmons. Game 2, we're up 2-0. So far, so good. 26-13-9. 31, and then 26 from Embiid. So Buddy Hill had a good game there. We're up 3-0. So we're chilling right now, and we will beat them in 4. So that was a really good Milwaukee team, in my opinion, but for whatever reason, we took them out. And now we get the Knicks. So the New York Knicks, of course, Dennis Smith Jr., LeBron James is always signing with the Knicks in this scenario, I've noticed, even though this is different than the one I used in the video yesterday. DSJ, Moutier, Porzingis, Mitchell Robinson, Frank Ntilikina, Zion, Ennis Freedom, and Thad Young. So we still have Zion come off the bench at the moment, but this definitely could be a team that could give us some trouble. So game 1 is going to go to us. 26-9-7 from Ben Simmons, 24 from Butler, and 24 from Joel Embiid. Game 2, up 2-0, which is looking good, 35-9-8. So far, this is going extremely well. And then one thing I forgot to look at as well is how we did as far as, offense and defense is concerned. So top offense, and then defensively, we were, let's see, number 7 as well. So solid stuff. Game 3 goes to us. So far, we've not dropped a game until now, and we're going to lose 2 straight. So let's not let them win a third one in a row. I would prefer if we didn't blow a 3-0 lead, but it is LeBron James in the Knicks, so who knows? Maybe that's exactly what's about to happen. We were just up 3-0 on this team. This would truly mean that Joel Embiid and the Sixers are cursed. If we just went up 3-0 in the second round, and now we're about to come out here and lose after, that would be wild. But I would love to have a chance to go off against or square off against the Celtics, because that was a team that gave the Sixers a lot of problems, of course, and thankfully we will not blow a 3-0 lead. We'll win in 7. A little bit, should not have gone as far as it did, but regardless, whatever. So we're out of it. That's all that matters. Boston in the conference finals. They have Kyrie, they have Brown, they have Gordon Hayward, they have Tatum, Al Horford, Rozier. Yeah, this was a very good Boston team, of course, as we all remember. Kyrie did break the hearts of Celtics fans when he said he was going to stay, and of course he didn't. But this could be a tough matchup for us. So we got Denver and Golden State on the other side as well. And they got Cousins right now, Clay, Steph. So no matter what, we got some tough opponents if we even get past Boston's here. So game 1 does go to them. It was a close game 1. It was in TD Garden, but we fall short. And we're down 2-0, so we didn't get either game on the road. But let's see if we can take care of business at home. And like I said, Boston was a team that gave the Sixers a ton of problems, and that is remaining true currently at the moment. So 120 to 103. So we're down 3-0, and yeah, we got swept. So that sucks. Denver and Golden State, and the Celtics beat the Nuggets in 6 games to win a championship. So Dirk Nowitzki, Tony Parker retires a Piston, which is weird, but all in all, we fall short, unfortunately, and did not get the championship we were looking for. So feels like we need to make some more moves. Pelicans get number 1. We have the 26th pick in this draft. Staff signing, we have Owen Butler still, which I'm totally cool with. He got to the conference finals. Let's head to draft night, and let's see if there's anything more we can do to kind of better this team. So 26th overall pick. I mean, we might be able to get somebody really good here still. So Isaac Okoro as a late pick. See what else we got. Theo Maledon. So I do think I'll probably just settle on Isaac Okoro, though. So we'll go with Isaac Okoro out of Auburn. Be the pick here for Philly. And one thing we do have is we do have a ton of young players. So we'll see if we can maybe make something happen there. We also got RJ Hampton in round 2, so not bad. Player options, Barnes accepts, which is good. Shake Milton, again, like why does he have a $28 million team option? I didn't even know that existed. $44 million. The dude screwed up the rookie contracts, I'm noticing immediately. The rookie contracts are totally screwed right now. Don't know why. It is what it is. So staff's a moratorium for free agency. We have McConnell, we have Boban, so that's kind of what we got going on. And yeah, so the only thing we're going to look to do is probably re-sign TJ McConnell at the moment. So he'll be re-signed to be our backup point guard still. I think I'm cool with letting Boban go because I do have kind of an idea in mind. I want to get a backup center through a trade. I think we have plenty of ammunition to maybe make that happen. So let's see. This is what I wanted to see how many guys we're developing. So you got Washington up to an 80, which is great. Love that. Butler is down 1 overall, but everyone else is kind of up and, which is good. And now we just need to see if we can trade for a legitimate backup 5 and sacrifice some of the depth we do have. So that's kind of the game plan. So we'll see if we can find something that would make sense for us to pull the trigger on, because we need a backup center in the worst way possible. So I want to see if I can try to find a way to get Jakob Poeltl off the San Antonio Spurs. We're going to start with Isaac Okoro being part of the trade. We just drafted him, but I mean, if we can maybe make this happen, we get Jakob Poeltl to be our backup 5, I think we'd be in good business. So I'm willing to trade my 2021 unprotected as well to make this happen. They still didn't agree to it, though. A little surprising. I don't know if I'll go 2 first. Let's not do that, but let's say we threw some seconds in here. That changed it, and it does. Okay, so we get Jakob Poeltl as our brand new backup center, so you kind of have a full rotation going on right now. I'll move Grant Williams to the backup 3, and while he won't go up in overall, he'll still be a solid enough backup center, and we have a full 10 rotation, and 2K can kind of fill out the rest of what we got going on. So we made it to the conference finals last year, got the second round the year before that. This is going to be a very interesting coming season to maybe put this all together and get Philly to the NBA finals. That's the hope, if it happens that way. So the good news is we are a 4-star proficiency under Owen Butler now. So like I said, Ben Simmons, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Harrison Barnes, Joel Embiid, Jakob Poeltl now, PJ Washington, McConnell, and Grant Williams. I like that a lot. The end of the bench is a little weak with Grant Williams being a 74 overall, but I think we're pretty top heavy that we can get past that. So 3rd power rank, 4-star proficiency. This is all you could want. I feel like this team is in a great spot to put it all together. We'll see if it works out that way. I'll see you guys at the end of number 3. So at the end of this season, Stephen Curry wins MVP. LaMelo is a Rookie of the Year in a San Antonio Spurs jersey. Markelle Fultz, 6th man in Dallas. What did he become? An 88 overall. Man, I will say it does suck to have lost him if he's going to develop into an 88 overall, but at the same magnitude, I think Buddy Hield and Harrison Barnes are 2 pieces that have fit extremely well for us, so it seems like a win-win trade for both sides so far. Giannis is your DPOY, DSJ is your most improved, and Owen Butler, Coach of the Year, as we did go 62 and 20, and here's the rest of what we got going here. All-NBA first team, Steph, LeBron, Jokic, Russ, and Giannis. Here's your All-NBA second team. Ben Simmons makes it. And Embiid makes it as well. All defensive team, we got Embiid. I want to see Ben Simmons on one of these, but never made one, unfortunately. So, we are the first seed in the Eastern Conference. Here were your player stats. You had 23 from Ben Simmons, 21 from Jimmy Butler, 20 and 9 from Joel Embiid, and 16 from Harrison Barnes, and 12 from Buddy Hield. Like I said, I feel like Harrison Barnes and Buddy Hield have been tremendous. They're both shooting 40% from 3, which obviously, as we all remember, Ben Simmons needed the spacing around him, and these two are providing plenty of that. Washington's also even shooting 38% off the bench, which is great. But on 7 attempts and 4 attempts a game, we will absolutely take those 2 pieces, fitting extremely well next to Jimmy Butler. So let's go ahead, or sorry, next to Ben Simmons and Butler for that matter. But we get the Raptors. So of course, Raptors are round 1. Kind of a scary first round matchup, but they are the 8th seed for a reason, hopefully. So that hopefully means we'll beat them. And then one thing I also forgot to look at was the team stats for this year. So offensive rating, we were number 3. In defensive rating, we were, it looks like we were pretty high if I saw that correctly. Number 6, not bad. Game 1 is going to go to Toronto. Not a good start, but we do even it up. Game 3 is going to go to us. Game 4 is going to go to us. Do we beat them in 5? No, going to 6. So let's see if this time around we'll beat the Raptors and go to the second round. Obviously, the Sixers lost to this team in real life years ago, and we are going to a game 7 with the 8th seed. So that is not a good sign, but let's just try to escape with our lives. That's all that matters. As long as we win, nothing else matters, but man, would I like to not lose in round 1. So it's looking good. We did take a convincing lead here, and we will beat the Raptors in 7. So 106 to 134, 36 from Jimmy Butler, 28 from Ben Simmons, and you had 18 from Joel Embiid. All right, Chicago in round 2. Who's Chicago's best player at this point? I don't even remember. Is this the Markkanen, Zach LaVine era still? Yeah, it is. So we got Dunn, LaVine, Porter as well. Markkanen, Biyombo, Bobby Portis, Kobe White, Aaron Holiday, and Sadiq Bey. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Toronto scared me a lot more, but maybe Chicago is still going to scare me here too. So game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to us as well. Game 3 goes to us. So Chicago never stood a chance. Give me that rematch against Boston, and we do. So this is what I wanted. We lost this team last year. Do they still have Kyrie? They do. Same team, basically. So this is going to be the ultimate test. They are a very deep team. Even Shane Larkin's up to an 81 overall, which is pretty interesting. But this team beat us last year. They swept us, actually. So we need to really put up a fight here. So let's see what happens. So let's simcast game 1. This time we do have home court advantage. So we'll see if that changed anything at all. But this is the team we need to beat. This is the team that's owned the Sixers. So let's see if we can change that narrative right now. And we will lose game 1 in a very close battle. So that's not a good sign. Game 2, though, we can still have a chance to even this series and maybe get one on the road. But we need to win this game. Going down 2-0 with both games at home. Probably not ideal. It's looking good at the moment. And we will win game 2. So we're still alive. Got to win game 3 or game 4, though, to at least take one in Boston. I feel like to take a advantage in this series. It's looking good at the moment, but Boston may try to get behind us and get close, and we will win game 3. So that's looking good. Toronto just hired their new GM, Bobby Webster, I guess. Okay, shout out to Bobby Webster. All right, game 4 in TD Garden. I mean, if we take both games in Boston, that would give us a lot of optimism to go to the finals here. It's looking okay at the moment. As long as we don't blow a massive lead, we are going to go back home with a 3-1 lead. Do we beat them in 5? Yes, we do. So just like that, we make it to the NBA Finals. The Sacramento Kings, of all teams, have taken down the Warriors. What do the Warriors have at the moment? So they had Steph, Clay. They lost Kevin Durant, I guess. All right. What does Sacramento have, though? That's my question. So they have Fox. Okay, Fox. They have Bogdan. They have the Tobias Harris, of course, who's averaging 27 in the playoffs. Damn, he broke out in Sacramento low-key. Kind of became a two-way star over there. Julius Randle, Bryant, Jeremy Lamb, Reddish, Kevin Huerter, and Jeff Green. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's no way in hell we should lose to this team. There's zero chance we should lose to this team. Thomas Bryant should get absolutely dominated by Joel Embiid in the post, I will say. But let's see what happens. Game 1 does go to us, 122-111, so that's looking good. Game 2, 2-0. So far, so good. Yeah, this Sacramento team never stood a chance. If we would have had to face Stephen Curry and the Warriors, would have felt a little bit more intimidated, but looking at the Sacramento team that made it to the finals out of the West, I kind of knew this was going to go in our way all along. So we're going to jump in, probably play out this one a little bit in this video on a high note. So we'll bring in another championship in the 2019 era. So let's see if we can inbound this to McConnell and maybe make some cool things happen here. So we got both Embiid and Pirtle on the court at the same time, which is pretty interesting. Can I get a lob? Oh, gosh, no. That got literally batted away. So Reddish is trying to make a transition. Randall is going to hit a layup. And now we'll go on offense again. So 119-92. Embiid, I'm going to hit you in the post. Maybe this time I won't get swipe. Jeremy Lin's also still playing. That's kind of cool. So let's see if we can't. There we go. 121-92. Like I said, Embiid should have had a great series. I'm going to assume he wins Conference Finals MVP. Or I guess Finals MVP, not Conference Finals. We're not in the Conference Finals anymore. All right, Bogdanovich has got the ball. He's got Ben Simmons guarding him. And he's going to get Lin on the roll, so nice. Okay, last possession here, and then that's going to be all she wrote. Let's see if we can't. You know what? I know the best way to end this video, actually. Oh, gosh. Okay, that was not what I was talking about, but okay. You guys maybe know where I'm about to go with this, but we're going to try it anyway. So even though we don't need to, Ben Simmons, you're going to hoist a 3, my friend. That's the best way to end this video, I feel like. So Ben Simmons, give me a screen from Embiid. I'm hoisting a 3 with Ben Simmons. 3, Ben Simmons. Oh my gosh, it went in and out. Low-key gets another chance, though. Low-key gets another chance. Let's see if I can even get it off. Imagine. No. All right. Well, guys, that's going to be how this video ends. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys want to see that Knicks one. If we do that graphic, make that graphic come true. That was always being posted back in the day. Zion, Kyrie, and Durant. Thank y'all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.